Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this YouTube, we are going to learn introduction to information literacy. If I speak of information literacy, this is the main where someone is able to find information about something or about anything taking place. So in here we are going to in this video we are going to see the definition of information literacy. We are going to see the definition of information. We are going to see the definition of literature. Not literature, I mean the definition of literature. We are going also to see the importance of information literacy. Then we are going to see the components of information literacy. Then straight away we are going to see the definition of information literacy, but we're going to start with the definition of information. It is the data that has been collected, processed, and interpreted in order to be in order to be presented in a usable form. If we say information, it may be data from different sources, data from different places, from different people, but it must be processed, it must be interpreted. If I say interpreted, the person who is producing this data must understand very well before presenting it to somebody. And information literacy is simply the understanding of the specific subject. Subject may not be a class subject, it may be a certain topic which someone can understand, and if someone can understand, you can simply be in position to relate it to somebody. So the next is on top is we're going to see information literacy now. So information literacy, it is the ability to organize or to recognize when information is needed and to effectively locate, you evaluate, you use and communicate it to various forms. Yes, you're in position to communicate to various people, in different places, different localities. So that's the information literacy. You first locate the source of the information. As we see in my next video, we are going to see the sources of information. These sources can tell us where someone can locate this information, but this one we are only seeing it is introduction. What does it mean and what does it carry? We will see that it involves recognizing when information is needed and locating reliable sources, because we cannot just pick information from anywhere, or we cannot pick information from every source, but we have to see the reliable sources, of which, if I say reliable sources, I mean the sources which were proven by some people. For example, published articles, the books which are very well which are published or which are known by many people. So if we see, we have here our examples. We have the books, we have the articles, and many others. So next we are going to see the importance of information literacy. Why should someone know information literacy, or why should someone learn information literacy? We will see that it helps us to identify reliable information, to help us to understand this information someone is getting, it helps you to know how important is it. So the next we are going to say that it helps us to, or it supports informed decision making, because we see in every other information it must have a good decision, it must have come from a good decision maker. So before someone makes an information, you must have a good decision. So the next is it promotes against misinformation and scams. Yes, we see that information literacy helps someone or protects someone against wrong sources of information, or it protects someone from getting scams or bad information from unpublished sources. We see that it also improves digital participations. Yeah, that were the importance of information literacy. Then we also have the components of information literacy. What information literacy is composed of, or what does it have? We see that information literacy helps us to access information, it helps us to evaluate information, it helps someone to organize information, and it helps someone also to use information, be it in any other field. That is simply the components of information. Someone can access information from anywhere. You can use it in any field, be it public, be it in any other occasion, and anywhere someone can feel like using this information. I hope in this small slide or few slides, someone may be in position to understand or to pick a picture of information literacy and can really understand what information is. So thank you for following this video. I know we have learned something, and I hope to produce more. So continue following this YouTube. We will understand more about information literacy. So thank you. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Bye bye.